Hi, this is Beakley from 84 Faces. You're now listening to SpeakerBox X Miscellaneous Hip Hop Aside.
A group of independent radio stations linked together by mutual agreement and telephone long lines.
So you're listening to KTDT Tucson, we're 99.1 FM, downtown radio, then I go to corporate radio. You're now tuned to SpeakerBox X, subtraining hip hop in effect with your host V-Riv. And I have a special guest on air. Can you go ahead and state your name and what you're about?
Man, thank you for having me. This Rob via Rico Bandikas, Real Vision Zoomin. Videography, photography, Tucson, Arizona.
I want to know, like, what was the first? I want to know what was the first. Oh, are you having? Can you hear me? No.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. I was wanting to know what was the first thing that caught your attention about videography, photography.
Yeah, it's a good question. Basically, the first thing that sparked my interest with the videography was the photography side of it. That's where I started, of course. With my photos, a lot of downtown photography, a lot of photography of buildings, and artists started to see my progression with my photos, started to see my photos progress, and it started with one artist hit me up. His name was Young Jaws, Tucson artist. He hit me up to do a concert recap, some pictures, and that's what got it started. I did it. I went to a concert, took some pictures of the artist, and kind of bubbled from there. I had another artist that asked me if I could do videos. An artist by the name of Young Leak. He asked me if I could do a video. I'm like, I never done a video, but I probably can. And that pretty much started it off right there.
Nah, I like that. That's dope. So that kicked it off. And when did that happen, by the way? When did that encounter happen for you?
And we've been going strong for 2 years now, almost 2.5.
Are you originally from Tucson, or are you originally from somewhere else?
No, originally, I'm actually from Modesto, California. I was born in Santa Cruz, California, but I was raised in Modesto, California. And I came out to Tucson when I was about 13 years old. I was in a lot of bad stuff out there, so came out here for a change.
Oh, that's good. That's good. It's good to hear. So, what type of equipment do you use for what's your what's your special ingredient when it comes to photography? What kind of equipment do you use for?
Yeah, so man, I pull up with the lights, camera, action. I pull up with all the gear. You know what I'm saying? I pull up with the stabilizer, the 4K camera. I got the lights. You know, we got it all. We got it all. Anything that you could think of that we need, either I got it or I could get my hands on it.
That's dope. That's dope. So, how about for videography? What's your secret for that? What's your key ingredient for it?
The key ingredient to videography is staying creative, always learning more, you know, because you don't want to be that guy with a $10,000 in equipment and not know how to edit it afterwards.
Yeah, that's true. That would suck. No, that would be terrible investment. Oh, damn.
People out there, they just buy the best camera. They think, you know, I go spend $5,000 on this camera and I'm gonna be the best videographer. It doesn't work like that. You gotta put your time in. You know, you gotta learn this stuff. Can't just buy the latest and greatest and think you're gonna be the best.
Very true. So, who are the artists that you've worked with in Tucson? Who are people that you've worked with?
Worked with a lot of different artists, from Young Leak to you know, Just Joe. I've worked with A1. I've worked with and a lot of different artists. I just worked with a big artist out of Phoenix. He actually came, or not out of Phoenix, out of Vegas. He came down to Phoenix and we shot in Phoenix. His name is Paylace. He's a really big artist. And yeah, I work with a lot of Tucson hip hop, so it's hard to say all the names because I've worked with a lot of artists.
Nice. So, what keeps you creative and motivated? What are things that you do that keep you being up to date with what's good, what's new, trendy?
Honestly, what keeps me going is like sometimes I'm slow or people just might not want to book me for certain reasons, and that motivates me to grind harder, you know, and one day they may want to book me.
Nice. Dope. So, what are your future plans? Like, what's your future vision for Real Vision Zooming?
And Real Vision Zoomin is meant to be a production company. Honestly, I want to get into movie making. That's the whole idea behind it. To be able to tell a story outside of music, you know. Of course, music is always going to be there. You can't have a video without music, but it's a different feel, a different vibe, and I want it to be something that can actually touch people, you know, really make people relate.
Yeah, that's number one. You have to somehow relate with people, because that's what's gonna bring you in more, more people to like want to work with you and whatnot.
Exactly, more clientele.
So, can you tell me a bit about, since I know you're into hip hop, so can you tell me your love story with hip hop?
And with the hip hop scene, I grew up watching my brother rap growing up, and you know, that's really how it started. When I was younger, I thought I was a rapper. You know, I found out I was not a rapper, so I started doing videos, and it allows me to still be connected with the hip hop scene without having to try to be something that I'm not.
100, yeah. So, what was the first what's the first artist that made you, like, catch feelings for, like, in terms of their rhyming ability?
I'll be honest with you. When it comes to rhyming ability, I feel like the biggest artist that has put an influence on me would most likely be Shotta Eyes. He's an artist from East Side, Tucson, Arizona, from Broadway. And, you know, I pulled up on this dude, and he'll freestyle for 10 minutes straight. 10 minutes straight,
Wow.
all bars. You know, not just throwing whatever on there. He's gassing, you know, for 10 minutes straight. I pulled up on him multiple times, and he'll do it.
Wow, that's dope. See, that's you can do. That's dope. His name is Shotta Eyes. I gotta check him out.
Yeah, Shotta Eyes.
Sweet. So, what influenced you? Like, what part of hip hop is something you tend to gravitate to? Because there's different elements of hip hop. You know, we got the graffiti, we got the breakdancing, we got the MCing. You know, we got the DJ. Which one do you gravitate to?
I would say I really pull closer to the artist side of it, just because it's more of a creative process. You know, I'm intrigued by how a lot of people can, or a lot of good artists can put their life into a song, and still people are able to relate to that. You know, even though it's not your life, it's not your life that he's rapping about. You're still able to connect to all that.
100%. We're gonna go ahead and take a musical. So let's go ahead and do that.
Waiting in the beat for my assignment. My soul is not for sale, no consignment. I can't install a special type of alchemy. Stay self-reliant, it don't cost no money. Yeah. Take me to the heights and knock me back down. And me up in my ego, thought we had a ride now. Creating for the sake and for the sanity of all the pretty souls that are surrounding me. Yeah. It'll be fine. Take your time. What you want, all in your mind. Don't you quit or overcommit when you're stepping and aligning. Baby, that's it. You've got to learn your deeply. You've got to do your completely. Alternate the burning of my candles. Power, presence, purpose, patience got the perfect blend. Like the incense and the smoke mixed with my aura. Share these little gifts, cause then I get to know you. Reciprocate the love and pass it on down. When you're dealing with the real, that stuff don't run out. Water rules bring the ideas into fruition. Hold the blossoms to the sun, that extra perfect. I am that I am, no pretending. Middle and the south of the west representing. Got these sparks in my heart, they relentless. High times, opportunities be presenting. Positive developments. Stumble through the reds like I'm an elephant. These fairy beat, I said raw and elegant. Pull them things from the eat to see it evident. If you ain't moving forward, I ain't taking it. No love lost, still feeling credible. Translates concepts for eligible. Young eat up, all made adjustable. Plug express to the ear like a federal. Pay package in the mail, keep checking, boo. Your faith out here, bending all the hard rules. Dropping hot clues for you to pour through. Shit is see-through, flow will be you. Like your blessings if you always keep your chest tight. Got to breathe nice, treat yourself right. What I conclude is that you get loose. Bring your whole crew, let's celebrate. It's fine, take your time. What you want, all in your mind. Don't you quit or overcommit when you're slipping and aligning. Baby, that's it. You got to learn your deeply. You got to do your completely. It'll be fine. Take your time. What you want, all in your mind. Don't you quit or overcommit when you're stepping and aligning. Baby, that's it. You got to learn your deeply. You got to do your completely.
You're now listening to 99.1 FM Downtown Radio, the Antidotes Corporate Radio. You're now tuned into SpeakerBox X, Subterranean Hip Hop in Effect, with your host V-Riv. We have a very special guest in the house. He goes by Real Vision Zoomin, and we've just been chopping it up. We're talking about his experience, his love story with hip hop, and then also what he does. He's a photographer, videographer. He's helped out and been a part of quite a few artists here in Tucson doing dope production. And we're going to go ahead and we're gonna keep diving into the mind of Real Vision Zoomin. So where did you get that name, Real Vision Zoomin?
It's actually it's my initials. RVZ is my initials. So Real Vision Zoomin is like, I don't want to pull up and work with artists that have no vision, you know? So it's like I want to work with people that got real vision and they're zooming to it. They're getting to it. They're trying to make it happen, you know, no slacking.
Slacking. 100, yeah. Slackers get left behind. They always do. So what are you doing right now? So what have you been working on right now recently?
So recently I've been doing a lot of barber videos. I do commercial videos for some small businesses in town. So I've been working with small businesses and doing some promotional videos for their multimedia, of course, for their online platforms. And yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing, trying to stay busy.
Nice, nice. So how can people get in contact with you if they want to have something done with you, like have a video done or take some, have some photography done by you? What would be the best way of contacting you?
So I'm most active on Instagram. Of course, you can follow me, Real Vision Zoomin. All you got to do is type in Real Vision. I'm the first one to pop up. And I got all my contact information on there as well. I got my email address. You can hit me through my direct phone number. Also, I got the Facebook page, Real Vision Zoomin, no spaces. And also YouTube, of course. YouTube, Real Vision Zoomin, you'll find any of my work. A lot of my work will pop up.
Nice, nice. You know how we're in quarantine. What book, movie, music have you been listening to?
And during the quarantine, I listen to a lot of California artists. So one artist that I've been listening to a lot lately, I've been on repeat. I believe he's a San Jose artist. His name is Forever Manny. So I kind of been having him on repeat lately. A couple other artists from out there as well. Cinco, I mess with my guy Cinco. Couple other artists out there, but I like a lot of California music, underground hip hop.
Yeah, that's where it's at, man. I love underground. That's where the real music is.
No doubt.
So another question I have for you: what type of food is your number one go-to?
I love me Mexican food, a burro, some rice, beans. I'm good to go.
How about them tacos? You like tacos?
I love tacos. Yeah, my personal favorite is enchiladas.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, 100%. Those are all facts for sure. So another question I have for you is, since we're almost at the tail end of the conversation, what are your words of wisdom to anybody that's aspiring to do what you do? Like, what is your words of wisdom in that type of world that you're in?
Aspiring to be a videographer, just stay in your own lane. Don't let anybody else's work feel like you competing or you gotta compete with somebody. Everybody learns at their own pace. And on top of that, don't be lazy with it. If you really want to do it, then learn at a high pace. You know what I'm saying? Really, really put your all into it to learn the most that you can. Because it's not just about grabbing the camera and shooting.
Yeah, 100. So where do you get your inspiration? Keep up comes to like photography and videography. Is there someone you look up to, or some sort of YouTube person that you follow that helps inspire you to be creative?
Yeah, that's a good question. So when I first started, I would actually YouTube taught me everything. That's how I learned everything I know is through YouTube. So there's a YouTuber named Max Novak, and I'm giving y'all a free game right now too, because if you tap in with Max Novak and you watch his channel, there's a lot to learn that will put you on to the next level. So as far as videos goes, Max Novak is the guy that I watch for like crazy edits. Of course, I follow some big bigger videographers like Louis Knows. He shoots a lot of young boys videos, and of course Lyrical Lemonade. That's the goal. Lyrical Lemonade, that's the goal right there. He's the man. He got a whole facility. He doing his thing right now. Shout out Lyrical Lemonade.
If you had the chance of getting to work with any type of videographer or photographer, who would it be?
If I had a chance to work with any videographer or photographer,
Yeah.
Man, that's a really good one because Cole Bennett, man, he's very smart with the edits and how he uses his edits. But at the same time, I would be blessed to be involved in anybody's work that's on a higher level than me because I'm able to learn more than what I'm currently at. So anybody who's on a higher level than me, I'm already blessed to be working with them, And I actually got a couple videographers here in town that I work with on a regular basis. Me and Vladimir Pacheco or Vladimir 300 Films. We do a lot of work together, and we started off a couple years ago. He's grown a lot too. Another very talented videographer to tap in with in Tucson.
What's the backdrop story to you guys' collaborative efforts?
Yeah, man. So, for a minute I was tapped in with the Shotta Gang, which is a bunch of artists here in Tucson. Select few artists, part of Shotta Gang. So, Shotta Eyes, artist I mentioned earlier, he's one of my close boys, but I actually know his brother as well. So his brother's a big musical influence in Tucson. His name is Jamal R.E. And, he tapped in with me for a video that he was doing with this dude named Dante Desperado, right? And, he basically just told me, like, it'd be dope if you could get another videographer on this with you, So I tapped in with Vladimir. I didn't know him personally. I just, told him if he wanted to help me out on this shoot. And he was with it. He was with it. He pulled up. We shot, and it's probably one of our most underrated videos.
Oh.
Crazy. But, and we just been bubbling ever since. He's always trying to help me grow. I'm always trying to help him grow. Same with Young Mac. Young Mac is another videographer in Tucson. Very positive soul. He's always trying to help me improve my game. And so, I'm grateful for the videographers that are not haters.
A lot of haters in Tucson. I mean, all supporting each other, and we say we do, but in reality, who shows the love and who doesn't. 100.
On God. But you know what? It's what comes with the business. No matter what level
Yes.
you're on, it's gonna be like that.
Yeah, there's gonna be snakes in the meadow. You guys could cut their heads off while you're just going through it. You know what I mean?
Hey,
or move them out of the way.
Snakes in the grass, gotta cut the head off.
That's right. Sweet. So I know you're traveling from Flagstaff to Tucson. Do you have any projects going on in Tucson right now?
I do actually. So it's 4:30 right now where I'm actually shooting a video at 6 o'clock. I got a music video with Nader.
Oh.
He's another artist here in Tucson. And I got another video tomorrow as well with another artist, Soji. So a lot of projects in the works. I got a couple. Me and Young Leak got a video coming out here shortly. So there's a lot of projects that just haven't been released.
Can they get a sneak peek on the projects that they're going to or that you're going to release?
That's all up to the artist, to be honest with you. There's some artists that are okay with a little sneak peek, and some don't want me to show nothing. So, I just stick to their wishes.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, for sure. Can you tell us the artists that you've done work with that their projects are going to drop in the future? Can you at least give us the name of the artists that you have projects with that are going to drop in the future?
I'm actually, so I have a project with OZ Cuzo. He's a Tucson artist, and he was on a song with another Tucson artist named Bag Hunter. So, and they have a project that's already done, has not been released yet. me and Qzo got another video that's already done that hasn't been released yet. So OZ Qzo and myself, you know, we definitely been working a lot lately. I also, like I said earlier, I got a project with Young Leak that's already complete, has not been dropped yet. I got another video with Paylace. Like I said, he's a big artist, and that video, I can't wait for that video to be released. It's probably the best one I've ever done, and I know I say that every time I do a video, but this one legit is the best one I've ever done. So, free Paylace. He's locked up right now. As soon as it gets out, we're gonna drop it.
Okay. Oh man. You got, you know, this dope project about to drop. That's really something. That's something major. So shout out to him. I hope he, you know, hope he's okay and hope everything turns out fine for sure.
No doubt, no doubt. It was definitely crazy because you know, we shot the video and I just didn't hear from him for a while, you know. And his people tapped in with me, let me know what was going on.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So okay, so I have one last question for you. Is there has there been like did you have like I don't know if you want to share this with us, but that would be dope if you could, or something like it. Have you had some sort of experience or some sort of personal insight that made you know for sure that this was the career for you? Like, what was that moment like? Like, did you experience some sort of insight or enlightenment where you're like, you know what, this is the career for me? Was there, where were you? What were you doing? What space were you in mentally?
Yeah, I think for me the biggest moment in my career so far, I'm not gonna go over numbers, of course, but I quoted somebody a video. I did the work, and you know, they ended up paying me pretty much 3 times what I quoted them, and it was simply on the fact of the work that was delivered and their satisfaction with the work. So with that being said, you know, that kind of pushed me to the point where I'm like, you know, maybe I'm worth more than what I'm pushing this out to.
Yeah.
Maybe my work is doper than what I think. And, you know, since then, I've just been bubbling. That was it. That was the turning.
Wow. Beautiful, man. I wish, you know what, I hope every 3 times. That's everybody's dream, man. So shout out to you for being able to fulfill that. You know, that's a dope dream. I mean, that's dope. I mean, if that happens to anybody, I mean, everybody would be like, wow, this career path is for me 100. You know what I mean? It doesn't get any more clear than that. All right, 100%. So we're at,
you know, there's nothing better than being appreciated, right?
100. I love that. Yes, definitely. So we're at the tail end of the show. Let's go ahead and go over how people can get in contact with you if they would love to have a video or pictures taken from you. What would be the best way for them to contact you? And what are your last thoughts? In terms of what's going on in the world, what are your last thoughts? Like, what are your words of inspiration? Because a lot of crazy things are going on right now. But what would you tell somebody if you had the chance to about what's going on in the world?
Sure. So, you know, you could contact me through my email directly, Real Vision Zoomin @Gmail, @iCloud, really doesn't matter. Instagram, Real Vision Zoomin, Facebook, Real Vision Zoomin. That's the best way to contact me without my direct number, of course. And, you know, other than that, my biggest thing is invest in yourself, you know, and with everything that's going on right now is a lot of businesses closing down, a lot of empty spaces. You know, drive down the street, you see a lot of foreclosed businesses. This is the time to invest in yourself. You know, we're working for the man, we're working for us.
Yes.
Invest in you and don't ever be cheap. You know what I'm saying? It's going to cost a lot, but it's going to be worth it.
100. Man, those are words of inspiration. I love it. Those were golden words. I believe that you're going to go far in your career. You're already shown a lot of talent. I mean, you got a lot of, and you just can keep growing. I'm proud. I'm proud that, you know, you're doing the work you're doing in Tucson. You're doing the best to represent Tucson to the fullest in terms of all the artists you worked with. So shout out to you and props to you for doing that. And so with that, thank you for being on SpeakerBox X. I appreciate it. And yeah, it's a beautiful conversation we had. I like the way it unfolded, and I love the words of wisdom you dropped earlier. Plus, especially what you said right now, like invest in yourself. That's the go-to right now. So shout out to you, Real Vision Zoomin, for being on SpeakerBox X. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. Of course, invest in yourself. Real Vision Zoomin.
All right. Talk to you later. Peace.
Talk to you later.